How's it going, guys? This is the Piggy Bank. My name is Phil. I'm your host for this casual gaming podcast here with my casual gaming buds. Here with me, I have my friend Connor Elliott
It's a great day to be alive. Ha ha ha! Great.
and Tavin Bothel.
Wow, that was surprisingly positive from you. What's going on? What kind of bowl of Cheerios did you eat this morning?
Well, I walk outside and I see the sun,
Yeah,
the beautiful white clouds on the
Uh-huh.
backdrop of blue sky, and that's all you need.
at a crisp 94 degrees.
At a crisp. Well, you do it inside. You don't do it inside, but you just step outside, so it's before it gets really bad. Because the heat's good until you last like 10 minutes out there, and then you start sweating.
The heat is oppressive. You step out the door, and I wish I didn't exist anymore.
I think that's one of the perks of working outside. You at least become a little bit. You feel the impact less.
I feel like Texas sun and how oppressive it is. I feel like that must be what withering away from a Thanos snap feels like. It's got to be something like that.
Nah, not enough drying out going on there. I don't think that's comparable to having.
You ever get like the weird like stingy likeness like when you're setting out into if you maybe like when you go in your car for the first time like as the heat kind of goes over your body, it's almost like a stingy sensation.
No,
I don't know about stingy. No.
I thought you were going the route of like when I felt like my skin, it happened more when I was a kid, would dry out and then I'd start feeling like little stingy bits, like ants were on me. But not because just the heat. Never felt that.
I had a conversation with some black coworkers of mine, and they were talking to each other in front of me at the well. I'm making their drinks, I'm bartending, they're serving, so they're waiting for their drinks, and they're talking about using lotion or whatever. One of them mentions how oh yeah, white people don't use lotion, and the other one, she goes, my other coworker, that is, she goes, what? They don't? And at this point, I chirp in, and I go, yeah, no, we don't do that. And she goes, why? And he goes, it's because they don't feel themselves getting dry. And I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't really happen so much. I mean, it will in severe cases, or like if you're like dehydrated, or it's super hot, or if you just have really dry skin naturally. But if you have some regular skin, you just don't feel it with us until it's too late and you burn, and then you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, what? That's insane. And I had to break it down a step further for her. And I was like, listen, we as white people, or me as a white man, I had to learn what being ashy was. That doesn't happen for me. So I had to learn what that was. And she goes, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's just a world that we don't live in. And honestly, it's probably why the saying black don't crack exists, because they take care of their skin, and they use lotion and moisturize and all these things, and we fucking don't. So we get old and look disgusting because we didn't treat ourselves right.
Hey, a bottle of Nivea costs I just bought some. $5, $4.
Maybe inflation, put another $2 on that.
Probably, yeah.
We wrinkle and sag as our bodies get pulled further and further towards hell.
I thought you were going to say gravity, but Jesus.
No.
It's the weight of the decisions of our ancestors just pulling our skin down.
What assholes. I didn't do anything. Why am I suffering? Why am I going to hell? I didn't do shit.
Anyway, this is the Piggy Bank, where we come together and we talk about our weekend games. We talk about what we're excited about in the coming week, what we've been playing, and we play mini games. We have fun here. And yeah, this is the Piggy Bank.
Yeah, it is the
Welcome,
Piggy Bank.
gentlemen.
Piggy Bank.
Welcome, audience.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you what, by the time you hear this on YouTube, I will have seen in full the Kendrick Lamar Pop Out with Ken and Friends concert that's happening in LA. I'm watching it over the internet because they're streaming it, and oh boy, I'm excited. They're definitely performing Not Like Us live for the first time. Oh, it's going to be so great.
If only you were there.
Well,
That's
also,
expensive to get
hey,
to.
guys, watching this, happy Saturday. How about that Nintendo Direct, right?
Hey!
I can't believe that Hollow Knight and Metroid Prime 4 are both coming out. Isn't that crazy? Hollow Knight, September 20. What did I say? I wanted to have the date ready.
Well,
September 27th, and then Metroid Prime 4, October 18th. Can you guys believe that?
Oh, dude,
Isn't
and
that crazy?
that Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 got announced. I'm excited. Can't wait for that in February.
I
It's
can't
really weird
either.
that they announced that at the Nintendo Direct.
They announced the release date of the last one at the Nintendo Direct.
Oh.
Very strange. But Phil, I think you're being what we call hopeful.
No, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's already happened, Connor. You're not understanding.
You know what? I'll let you live in your delusions.
We are, of course, recording this the day before the Direct, and you can watch us record all of our podcasts live, twitch.tv/TwoPennyGames, Monday afternoons. It's a good time. Come check us out. Hit us with a follow.
Watch how accurate I am, like down to the date. Like I got the dates completely correct. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be crazy.
If Hollow Knight's coming, it's not in September.
Why do you say that?
Just doesn't feel right.
I
Look
think
at
it
this
feels
guy.
great.
Oracle of Delphi over here, huh?
You know, I've been known to predict a thing or two. You know what I mean?
When you say things all the time on a gaming podcast, it's bound to happen at some point.
You know, they say that you throw enough shit at the wall, something's bound to stick.
Exactly. Simple physics and gravity.
I wish we were doing this when Doom Eternal got announced, because like 2 weeks prior to that E3, I was like, Connor, I think a Doom 2 is happening, and then it happened, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude,
There you go.
I'm tapped in. Let's go.
Where's that video?
Huh?
Where's the video of you saying that?
It doesn't exist.
So I guess you never said that.
You're a bastard. You're a cold-hearted
If
bastard.
it's not recorded, you know.
All right.
Did it even happen?
I don't even remember it. So must be recorded.
That's
Well,
why
must not
we
be.
have to forever
True.
leave our lives documented on the internet in order for anything to be real.
Put more personal things about yourself on the internet.
Anyway, boys, have you guys been playing anything fun recently?
Oh, boy, have I, Phil. Let me talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, about a little thing called Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. That's right. Sly's back, and he's better than ever, kind of.
Exactly the same. Better than ever. He's exactly the same.
He's exactly the same, which is exactly how we want him. I miss that boy so much. Anyways, no, they through the PlayStation 2 Classics program that PlayStation's been doing, they finally got into some good stuff this last month, and they released like one of the old Tomb Raider games, an old Star Wars game that I played, and I can't believe is now being emulated back onto the PlayStation 5 now. And of course, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, the first Sly game. Which is definitely the weakest of the three. But I'll tell you what, the more and more I play it, the more and more I enjoy it. There's a charm to that game, and there is a want to be, there is a want to find an identity. And they got close, but they didn't quite nail it. But like just the ambition, you can feel the ambition from the game, and it's really, really nice to play it again. It's working off of PS2 emulation, so any of the problems that are found in the Sly Cooper HD collection on the PS3 from Sanzaru are not here. It runs pretty much exactly the same as it did on a PS2. Excuse me. Including with its resolution and inverted camera controls for some reason.
Getting all choked up talking about Sly Cooper.
I know, man. I just missed him so much. Anyways, all reports are saying this Sly 1 is selling really, really well. And it's reviewing well and all these things. So people are excited about Sly. Hopefully that means we can get 2 and 3 coming in the next couple of months. I imagine it's already part of the plan to bring them to the PlayStation 5 as well. Updated trophy list. It's a different trophy list than what we found on the HD collection, which means they actually had to like look at the game and go, okay, well, what would we want to do for this game to make this trophy list kind of interesting? And I think it's a pretty good trophy list. You know, you gotta do everything, collect everything, of course. Well, just like you did in the PS3 version. But alongside that,
to do in that version, you know,
huh?
That's pretty much all you had to do in that version.
Yeah, it's just find all the bottles, get all the abilities, and that was really it. But there are time trials in the game, which the PS3 version just ignored trophy-wise. You got to do like 10 of those, easy money. And then what else? Oh, and then there's like select levels where you have to do specific challenges. Phil, you tripped across one while we were playing, I know, where there's a level with a bunch of hooks, and they want you to get through the level without ever grabbing onto a hook.
But what was funny is I tripped into that one because I I loaded into it, opened the safe, and then left.
Hey,
Just walked
that
out.
worked, I
So,
guess.
it works. It works. So
But yeah, Tavin, funny you bring that up. We had a little stream
yeah.
the day after it released, where I think you were originally just gonna play through it, and then I challenged you to a race.
Indeed, yeah. I was just gonna have fun and play a little Sly Cooper, have a nice relaxing time, and he hit me. Phil hit me. He goes, "Hey man, got an idea. What if we did like a little race?" And I was like, Phil, you've played this game once, all right? I've played this game like 3 times. What are you doing? I'm a Sly Cooper guy. Why are you trying to race me in this? And the first we said, all right, well, let's do the first hub world. Let's beat the first boss and then see how we feel. It took about, I don't know, 30 minutes, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a little under an hour for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think I was like, there's like a bunch of levels and then a boss fight, right? So I think that first world, I was like a level and a half ahead of Phil, something like that. And then we had a good time in doing it, so we were like, fuck it, let's do the next one too. And then that one, it came down to the wire, and Phil squeaked out at the end there.
Yeah. So it's 1-1.
It is 1-1.
First 2 hub worlds down.
Currently. Are we going to go do more? I don't know, maybe.
I'm down.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
I guess Tavin, between Phil kind of coming close to beating you,
Yeah.
and beating you in one instance, and you also
Well,
referring
hold on.
to
He didn't come close the first one.
Oh well,
He didn't
okay.
come close.
I
It was
did.
a-
I got stuck looking for bottles because that was the part
was-
of the
that was the
part of
challenge.
thing.
You had to beat every level.
Stipulations, we had to beat them to 100%.
Yeah,
Yep.
you had to go get the bottles.
Yeah.
There's depending on the level, anywhere from like 20 to 40 bottles in a level, and then you get them and you get a new ability when you break them all open. So you had to go get all the bottles and get the abilities, and then go beat the boss, and then that's where it ended. And we timed each other off. It was a good time. And Phil was that, and the twin stick shooting bit you got stuck on.
Yeah, the crab chest mini game. If for any Sly Cooper aficionados, for whatever reason, I always just get like, so I would think that I broke open a chest, and so I'd stop shooting it, but it was like right before it would break the chest, and so then it would close again, and then a crab would grab it, and then the chest would be blocking me from shooting the crab, and it's fucking whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
It took me like 4 attempts to get through that. Where when we played it on Hype, have you ever played our old streams? I think I did that one first try.
Probably because it's not hard. I did it first try.
Really
It took Phil like 3 or 4 attempts. I don't know why. It just sometimes you just get messed up and you just trip and fall. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm itching closer and closer to that platinum every day. But boy, oh boy, that's a fucking grind, and I want to get through it so bad, but it just keeps getting longer. I beat the Queen's Blood storyline last night. Yeah,
Pretty fun.
fun, kind of a lame ending. But the ride was cool, and of course, playing Queen's Blood is a blast.
Yeah.
It was so fun. It put me to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lame ending. It's a lame end. Like literally all up until the last challenger, I was like, "This is cool. This is cool. This is lame. What the fuck?"
Oh well, journey matters more than the destination.
Indeed, some would say that's the entirety of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the journey mattering more than the destination.
Some would. I'd say that too.
Because then your friends die.
Hey,
You're left alone.
what are you talking about, man? What are you doing? What
You
are
know?
you doing with friends die?
Meteor.
No one does.
We're all gonna die in a giant fireball
We're all gonna
explosion,
die.
Connor.
You don't know who dies and who
Sephiroth-
doesn't
Sephiroth
die.
obviously is going to win.
You say that, man. Just a bunch of Debbie Downers. You don't have hope. You don't carry the spirit of the planet with you.
I'll send up smoke.
Oh.
Anyways.
All right. And then me myself, just today, I finally wrapped up my Final Fantasy 16 platinum journey.
Heyo.
Yeah, here we go.
Literally just 2 trophies I was missing. No, but like, hey, it was this. It's a grind. All right.
Yeah.
This one you literally had to upgrade and master. So it's like just upgrade it to the max. Every single ability on every single like icon tree. And there's like 7 of them, not including Ifrit. So I had to max out a total of 8 ability trees, which takes a lot of ability points. You literally can't do it on a first playthrough unless you like spend hours upon hours upon hours grinding for ability points. which I did not do in my first playthrough. And then at the end of my second playthrough, which is like the Final Fantasy mode, like hard mode playthrough, where like in that game, there's like the quick time events, Connor. Like you gotta do like the dodges, the cinematic strikes, and like the mashes, like the clashes. The button prompts don't show up for those.
Yeah, the basic gameplay.
Yeah. Spider-Man
No,
2
it's
enjoyer.
There's actual combat in there. Dude, you would love that final boss fight so good. It's so fucking epic. You would love it.
Listen, the presentation of that game, off the charts. Undeniably fantastic. Right? But that's all it's got. That's all it has.
No,
that's
it's not all it got.
Has a
It's
fucking
just the
phenomenal
main
story.
It's the main draw.
Awesome characters. Awesome combat.
It does not have awesome combat.
It has amazing combat.
It is good combat, but not like I'd agree with more with Tab. It's not awesome combat.
I would say, stick with me here, Connor. Connor, you might understand when I say this. Final Fantasy 16 and Alan Wake 2 have about the same level of depth in gameplay.
For the kind of games they are, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, two different genres reaching two different things, but like at any point in Alan Wake 2 are you like, oh, this is survival horror at its peak? Absolutely not. In FF16, it's like, this is action game, but like the most like shallow experience you could have with an action game.
Not the most shallow.
No, it's really not. It's the DMC combat director called it his magnum opus.
He might have called it that, but as someone who played DMC5, that game had been
DMC5
on
is
that.
leagues deeper and way more impressive mechanically than anything Final Fantasy 16 has to offer.
A lot of what shoots Final Fantasy 16 up in my mind is all of the elements combined rather than just like the combat carrying it. So like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, I consider that. We did our recent revised versions of our 10 favorite video games of all time. That replaced Remake at my number 1 spot. And a large part of that is the combat. The combat's so good, it could just carry you on throughout the entire game. Final Fantasy 16, it needed a really good narrative to accompany that gameplay to get you through all the way to the end. Whereas Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has that, but it didn't even need that if that was lacking.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like I said, the Final Fantasy mode, it like cranks up the difficulty of all the enemies, all the encounters, and it takes away like the button prompts for those like quick time events. You just have to know what you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
So,
Damn,
and yeah, it was a great time. I fully enjoyed it. Got the platinum. And then finally removed Final Fantasy 16 from my PlayStation after all this time.
There it goes.
Is it
Had to make space.
is the Final Fantasy mode like the peak of that game in terms of how it plays, or is it just like harder difficulty?
I would say it's just the higher difficulty.
Yeah,
I imagine it's just more damage sponge.
Yeah, just everything has more health, more damage done to you. Mostly, as far as how much damage you're doing, it pretty much stays consistent, like with your level. It just kind of cranks up the like health bars of everything. So like it's really important to get those staggers up so you can do as much damage as possible. So relatively similar to how in like Remake and Rebirth you're trying to get people staggered so they can take more damage, and that's really your main goal for completing these combat encounters.
we should tip our hat to the effort put into the Remake series like hard mode that they have, which is basically works as like a new game plus or whatever, because they mechanically change things up like and have it to where you need to take advantage of all of your assets as opposed to just mashing square and then throwing out a spell when your ATB bar fills up or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like no items, bosses have or enemies have new attacks, and alongside damage going up.
It's a good way to do hard.
And I'll also say it's funny. Remake, I've played that game twice and I did everything in it. And there's a trophy for like hitting max level in that game. Didn't get anywhere near the max level point after doing everything from a full playthrough. Rebirth hit max level, nowhere near the end. And I'm like, whoa, there's so much more. There's so many more quests to do. So they didn't. I don't feel like they scaled the levels enough. But maybe that's just me. Maybe they wanted me to like jump straight into hard mode after rolling credits and then do all the extra stuff there. I don't know.
Who knows what they got going on over there at Square Enix?
What a game.
Very much
Yeah.
a game.
Connor, you been playing anything special?
I have. It was a game that was unveiled. Well, I've been playing Elden Ring. I'm effectively right at the door or the area of Mog. So by the end of the day, I'll be all ready for that DLC come Friday. But other than that, I played a game that showed itself at SGF as a game that it was releasing that day, Dark and Darker. So I had played this game a while back when there was a beta open at the time. The small studio, Iron Mace, had some difficulties. They had like a lawsuit put against them. One of those bullshit ones that was just basically preventing the game from being released and put on major platforms like Steam, like Epic Games and whatnot. So they had some trouble getting it out, but they finally did, and the final product is good. It's a Escape from Tarkov style game where you go and you delve into these dungeons trying to get nice gems and bracelets and whatnot to sell, new items, better weapons, better armor, and if you die, you lose it all and got to start all over again with only the things that are in your stash that you got from prior runs. And it's a super fun game to play with friends. It's free to play. It does lock a lot of content behind a paywall, but you can play through the game as is with a single class, unlock all their abilities and whatnot, and it's very, very fun. The combat you kind of have to manipulate it so you don't get hit, because it's very easy to not only get hit in this game but die as well. And of course, you got to worry about other players who can completely fuck up your entire run. And it's stressful while you're playing it due to the stakes the game offers, but moment to moment with friends is just very fun. Proximity chat's entertaining. When you run into other party members, you could go into character or just cuss them out and butcher them. Really, whatever you want to do. It's a very fun game that I'd recommend anybody play since it's free. But yeah, that was my 2 games. 2 games.
I believe we're all also relatively done with our Dead Cells playthrough, so we'll probably record that at some point.
I want 2 more runs
next week if we wanted to.
I want 2 more runs. Mm-hmm. One run was not enough for me to talk about the game in an educated way.
Yeah. But how soon did you complete that first run?
Pretty quick.
Pretty quick, like 4 hours. I
was taking multiple different paths before I even got to the end.
No, because I never died to a boss fight, and I only died in the environment. I think my run count right now is at 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 or 7. So yeah, I want to put another 10 hours at least into the game before I want to review that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I bashed my head against a wall, and so I had to go through it more than a couple times. So I'm pretty well versed in what the game has to offer. Though I do want to play a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm at this point. I'm just exploring all the different because I guess whenever I got it last year, I got the full DLC pack. So I have all these different paths of different areas from every other part that they added. So I've been exploring. I ran into something really weird in the Castlevania one. I don't know if it was just a one-time bug, but I haven't gone back to visit it since. So the first Castlevania DLC area is just the outskirts of Dracula's castle, and so I got to the entrance. You go between each world you go between, and you go in the upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Choose what upgrade you want to go for. You want to go towards a new weapon. Do you want to go for a permanent upgrade or whatever? You do all your mutations and all that, your smithing, all that kind of stuff. Go to the end to go to Dracula's castle, and I'm just stuck on the loading screen. And I'm like, okay, just taking a while to load. 5 minutes go by. I was like, wow, this is really weird. 10 minutes go by. Yeah, still going. So I was like, and then usually the PS5 is pretty good about if there's a bug, it'll close the game and then oh, do you want to report this bug, or something like that. But nothing happened. It was just frozen. I was like, okay. And it wasn't my console that was frozen. It was literally just the game.
Was the wheel spinning? There's a wheel in that, right? Or
I never noticed one.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But if I don't know. But usually it's yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say tell me about just something that turns me off and like sends me to my phone as much as it does is the loading screens, where I'm like, oh yeah, right, games have these. Like older games have these. I forget. Fable was the same way, where I was like, Jesus Christ, these loading screens are killing me, man.
They were so bad.
In Fable, they were really
I just want
bad.
to play the game.
Yeah, Dead Cells, it's manageable. It's fine. Like it's respectable for the like just type of game it is and time it is. But like sometimes it's like, really, all this loading for one zone? All right.
Yeah, the
I think
PC doesn't have any loading problems. It comes up real quick.
Yeah, my Switch,
Chugs.
it doesn't chug. It like, and it definitely plays fine, great even. But yeah, whenever I enter a new area, it's definitely like, all right, here's the next like maybe 10 seconds.
I think back to when me and Tavin were playing Borderlands 3 together on PC, and sure there would be loading screens, but they wouldn't take forever. And so then this is back before I like switched to my main console being PS5. So then I would play Borderlands on Xbox for like achievements and whatnot.
You play Borderlands 3 on 3 platforms?
Yeah,
Fuck, dude.
He likes it.
yeah. And yeah, the loading screens are fucking abysmal on at least on the Xbox One version of that game.
Jesus.
And then PS5, it's like fucking faster than PC. You know. It's
Well, I'm
fucking
sure
super
the
fast.
Series X version is fine too.
I'm sure the Series X is, but I don't have a Series X. I had a one, and
Where is it?
What do you mean?
You said you had a one. Did you sell it?
I don't. Yeah, I sold it. I got rid of it. I
Okay.
don't need it. What am I gonna hold on to an Xbox One?
Yeah.
After my Wii, I learned not to sell hardware ever again. So
I'm gonna hoard that
as
shit.
as far as the Xbox One, I mean, how different are they gonna go from the other than like actual processing power and everything?
I mean,
what's the difference
Xbox
between an
does
Xbox
it
One
right,
and an Xbox
where
Series,
like
you know?
Xbox does it right, where they've learned from their past mistakes and they're bringing everything forward, and their backwards compatibility backlog is impressive. But you never know. You never know.
Who knows what
There's
the future
also-
may hold?
There's also the case where like anything I can play on Xbox, I can play on PC.
For the most
You
part,
know.
yeah. For the most part.
I'd say like a good 80% of their catalog.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate
Is it that
nowadays.
much?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I know it's a lot, but damn.
I've yet to encounter a game that's on Xbox that's not also on PC.
Yeah,
They exist.
I
I just
have
haven't
not had
encountered.
the itch to play a game. I was like, oh, I remember that Xbox game, and then I look somewhere to find it. At least not a game that like I couldn't also find on PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been a time where I haven't been like, oh man, I really missed that game. Oh, it's on Xbox Game Pass from wherever. I can just play it on PC. It's not a big deal.
Let me see where.
It's the more novelty type consoles I don't want to get rid of. You know, like I got rid of my GameCube, but I still have a Wii. So if I want to play GameCube games, I can still play it on the Wii.
Yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have all that.
I'm seeing Fable 2. Oh, if it's available on Xbox One, then it's fine. Right? I don't know.
Trying to find out what platforms it's on.
Yeah.
Just go to Wikipedia. They have it all.
Yeah, that's the thing that got pulled
Oh.
up here. Oop, now I'm playing a video. But yeah, I'm trying to find. Yeah, and these are quick facts. I want the platforms. And why is Fable 2 not on PC? Lionhead Studios is a subsidiary of Xbox, owned Fable 2 as a result. They either did not allow Lionhead 2 or did not fund a PC port because that would have meant less console sales in the eyes of Microsoft. Fable 2 not there.
Well,
Well, that'll be tricky if we ever get there.
yeah. But we will decide.
Yeah. It's on cloud gaming though, so you can play it via cloud.
It is on. I mean, I can play it on cloud. It'll have to wait until Connor picks his game next month. You know.
Yeah,
What am I going to pick? Who knows?
Omari. Can't wait.
Who knows?
Super excited.
Who knows?
It could be Omori. It could be what he originally wanted us to play in January.
Who knows? Who knows?
You're gonna make us play Near Replicant before we play Near Automata?
Who knows? And yes,
Why?
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he originally wanted us to play in January.
they follow each other in
Did
the
you
same
play
world.
Replicant?
No, that's also why. It's like might as well.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Connor, speaking of Connor and his things, what do you have for us this week, buddy, for your minigame?
I thought I was going last.
That's not the fucking order you told me, Philip.
Is it not?
Nope, you put
Okay,
him
fine.
fucking last.
Oh God.
Fine.
Oh,
Connor,
God.
sorry, never mind. Fuck you.
God.
Tavin, you're going first. That's what I said.
God.
Gentlemen, I got a pre-order. Another one right here. This is where I have a list of titles.
Oh, you white
and
boys look the same. I'm sorry.
and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you guys the full list of titles here, and I want you to put them in order of how I have them ranked. So I have them ranked. There are 9 because I couldn't get to 10. I just couldn't. I have 9 Resident Evil titles that I've played, and I want you to put them in the order that they. I have ranked them personally. I'm butchering this explanation. I have ranked the 9 Resident Evil titles that I have played, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly give you these 9 titles, and I want you to put them in an order that you believe I have them ranked, right? You each will have 2 opportunities to do this, unless one of you gets it right on the first try.
I thought we only go again if it's a tie.
What?
I thought we only went again if it was a tie.
That's what I thought too.
I'll give you 2 tries.
Oh well.
So,
What Resident Evil games
Gentlemen?
did you play?
I have Resident Evil, the HD one, the remake one. I have Resident Evil 5. I have Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Resident Evil 2 Remake. Running through, making sure I didn't miss any of them. I don't think I did.
Okay.
I need those again.
So here, in release order, I'll go. So I have RE4, RE Remake, HD. I have Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village /8. I've lost the release order, but that's fine. And then Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 4 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Okay. I think it's coming together pretty well.
I've been fairly vocal about my feelings towards each title, so it should be fairly easy for the both of you to figure out, with the exception 1 or 2 titles might be in the wrong spot.
You should have 9, correct?
9, yes sir, 9.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, I've ranked them from my personal.
If you like make an acronym for Resident Evil 4 remake, it looks like you're spelling rear.
What?
Peak comedy over here at the Two Penny Games cast. You know,
That's what they call it.
that's what they call it. Anyways, yeah. So I've ranked them least to most favorite. Mm-hmm. And then when you gentlemen are ready, just let me know and start with the bottom of the list, my least favorite, and move up to the best.
Okay. It's 1 through 4 that are the trickiest, like placement wise. I know it's in them, but where are
Are
they?
you talking titles or positions?
Positions and titles. Well, no, just positions. I got all the titles. Like the top 4 are going to be your top 4. I'd be surprised.
What
if it's not.
order are those top 4?
Yes. And then
That is the tricky part. Mm-hmm. That is the tricky part.
let me go over my list. Everything else I'll keep, and then
Honestly, it's the like 6 through 8, maybe even 5 through 8 that I think is the most tricky.
okay. Well, I got mine. I'm sticking with it.
I'm almost ready.
9 and 1 should be pretty easy.
They're extremely easy.
I feel like 9 and 1 are it's like, all right, it's these 2 pretty easily.
Yeah.
Almost thought about making it a 10 list, Connor, and putting Operation Raccoon City in there. I only played that game for like an hour. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
I wonder where you would rank it.
Probably at the bottom.
Yeah.
probably.
Well,
Because Resident Evil, the one at the bottom is playable at the very least. It's just not very good.
both of them are playable.
No, Raccoon City is abysmal.
It's definitely playable. It had a scene at the time for a little bit. So
It did not have a
ready.
scene. That game came out and flopped immediately. It
not
was
among
immediately
a
crowned
small
one of the worst
population.
video games of all time.
Whoa! What
You're
are
letting
you
your
saying,
nostalgia-
man?
you're
Now
letting
you
your
just-
nostalgia
now,
take you
now
away.
you're letting your hate. I'm letting my nostalgia win. You're letting your hate win. There's a middle ground here, Tavin.
What
The
about
worst.
Revelations and Revelations 2? Am I right?
Never played them. Never
Both of them
played
are apparently very, very good.
Oh, I've heard that one of them isn't good. And one of
Oh,
them
maybe
is.
the second one is.
The opinion of Resident Evil at the time was just so in the toilet that like Revelations 1 was kind of like, oh hey, this one's kind of back in the direction we want to go. And then Revelations 2 was like genuinely a good game. From what I heard.
Okay.
I can't remember if they released 1 or 2 or both on the 3DS. But I'm pretty
The
sure you
first
played
one
the
was a
first on the
DS
3DS.
title, but it did get ported to
PC, I believe.
Xbox and PC
Yeah.
and a couple other places, yeah.
2 was definitely on console.
3DS, what a handheld.
I agree.
Indeed.
One of the all times.
Phil, I'm going to start
You
with
go
you,
first.
sir.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Phil go first. Ooh.
Phil go
He was
first.
late to the finish line. You give him the gold medal now? Is that what you do to people who come last? Come on.
Hey, you ever hear the story of the tortoise and the hare?
But I won first.
Well, the tortoise
Well,
snuck
we
to
don't
the
know.
hare's home and killed his wife and family.
Jesus, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, that'll be way better and more cathartic than winning a race against him.
All right.
There was clearly a lot of unresolved
Evil
anger there.
there. That's
I'm not
evil. That's
saying
a
I
bad
would-
choice.
I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying when it comes to two parties that have a hatred of one another.
Lord alive.
From 9 to 1,
Yeah.
I have them ordered thusly.
Uh-huh.
Resident Evil 6,
Wrong.
Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
You, my friend, got 3 correct.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that. Well, no, this actually is very good to me because it's a very similar list, but different.
But different.
My list goes bottom of the top Resident Evil 6. Number 8, Resident Evil 3 Remake. Number 7, Resident Evil 4 Original. Number 6, Resident Evil Village. Number 5, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. 4, Resident Evil 1 Remake. 3, Resident Evil 5. 2, RE4 Remake. 1, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Connor, because I was so focused on giving mm-hms not to give any clues as to what you have correct because I fucked up. But it's fine. You got, let me think. 1, 2, 3. You got 4 correct.
It's a close one. Closer than I thought.
So I will allow you gentlemen to do a little switcheroo, if you so like, in the hopes to get your score higher.
But I won. But I won. But I won.
Well, we're going to do 2 rounds so that it feels fair.
said
So
that
it
in the
feels fair.
beginning.
I said that from the jump.
I thought it was if we tied.
I could not have been clearer. We had a whole conversation about it.
I think you just changed up the rules all of a sudden.
Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, no. Connor, feel free. Keep your list exactly how it is or move some things around.
That seems like something. No.
All right. I've moved some stuff around.
Some stuff has moved around.
Yeah.
Was it too much? Maybe. But we'll find out.
Same here, right?
I'll say for both of you, This is more true for Phil, I think. Where it was just like, you just need to move, like, just switch 2 around, you know? Like, these 2 switch, these 2 switch, these 2 switch.
No.
Connor, you were also kind of that way, but there were cases of like, okay, that's too low.
Yeah.
Or that's too high.
I'm butchering my list.
Oh, God.
Because it's too close to make me confident in just staying the same. Because I think you can easily get 4. Or I could just... I'll do this new one. Fuck it.
He says, fuck it.
Yeah,
All right. I'll flip it then. Connor, you go first.
All right. My new positions are as such. 9, Resident Evil 6. 8, Resident Evil 3. 7, Resident Evil Village. 6, Resident Evil 7. 5, RE4. 4, RE5. 3, RE1 Remake. 2, RE4 Remake. 1, Resident Evil 2 Remake. No.
Okay. Phil, you go.
All right. And then we're going to reveal the numbers at the end.
Indeed.
All right.
Dun.
I've got
On to the final day.
6, 4 original, Village, 3 make. I just like that. I like saying that. 7 Biohazard, 5, 4 remake, 1 remake or HD, and then 2 remake.
There is a definite winner between you two gentlemen. Both of your scores went up. You both got more accurate.
Okay.
Connor, you have a score of 5. Phil, congratulations. You won, sir, with a score of 7.
Let's go!
Yeah. The only thing Phil got wrong is he has RE3 Remake and RE4 switched from my ranking. So my ranking goes as follows from 9 up. We have Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil Village /8, Resident Evil 4, the original, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 1 Remake, and then Resident Evil 2 Remake.
I read Tavin like a book.
Apparently you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
I
he
know.
undervalued how much I like 4. I do like 4. It's just...
I don't know. It's just it's not one of the best games.
It's not.
Listen,
Listen, people still say Resident Evil 4, the original, is the best video game ever made. And I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Well, Tavin, it was generational.
I
That's all
guess,
can say.
yeah, but like someone, like they'll say, like to this day, you can pick up that game for the first time and believe it's the best game ever made. I'm like, you are full of shit. Like, absolutely not.
Bit much.
Yeah,
Bit much.
it's ridiculous. So, but still fun, still good game. The only Resident Evil on this list that I just don't like is 6.
Good track record, considering how much it fell off. You know?
Yeah, 6
good.
is bad.
Yeah.
6 is bad, and it was also they were
Defendable.
doing all these like spin-offs that were all shit. You know, all the spin-offs were shit. So it's just like, all right, and the story got ridiculous, and it just didn't seem like we could crawl our way back, but we did.
They brought it back down.
We did.
Resident Evil is so back.
It has been.
It's been bad.
Good for them.
It's good. They might trip and fall again on 9, but you know.
Hey, you never know. Open world. Open world.
Who the fuck wants that?
No one really.
All right. Just gonna segue right in. You know, the pre-order being kind of a spin on one of our other famous mini games that we do here. A hit 10.
Heyo.
Which is what I have this week.
I swear to God, if you make it about fucking years, I'm gonna come to your place.
Well, Tavin and Connor,
Yeah.
this is about the year of. Just kidding. No, this is a hit 10 based off of Gamerant's top 10 DLCs.
Oh fuck.
Hell yeah.
Or
Son of a bitch.
rather, top 10 games with the best DLC rather than the top 10 DLCs.
Ah, interesting. So we only have to name the game.
Yeah, I need the game/game franchise for some cases.
Let me guess. This list begins with saying, with Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree coming around, we had thought of some games. that were
You
good
know,
at DLCs.
So
I
it's
did
not.
I did not read the blurb because I took Tavin's advice and I copied it into my notes app.
Well,
Always read the blurb. Always read.
I don't
So
want
wait,
it. I
so
want
it's
to do the
it's
can't be
content
it is
in my
it is.
podcast.
Wait, I'm sorry. So is it a franchise or is it the? I wanted to make sure I didn't fuck everything. Is it the franchise or is it like the individual game with the best DLCs?
Well,
Or is
it's
it the DLC
different for each-
packs?
different for each entry?
Ah, fucking hell. All right.
Blame Gamerant.
All right.
I
Yeah,
will.
Game Rant, your list's fucking
Yeah, why would you
stupid.
structure
break
it
it up
that
like
way?
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like-
but, I'll be somewhat lenient for some cases, unless you're just absolutely incorrect. But like, if I can't give an example without giving anything away.
See, I would like either like name the specific game or name the specific DLC.
Yeah, at that point, it seems like you would only introduce that kind of way to rank it,
Yeah.
so you can be biased in certain ways.
100
And
like
change it
it's like
as
it's
you
like
see fit.
oh
Just
you
trying to
know
appease other people,
Yeah.
I think.
fucking
Dumb made list. Maybe the list isn't dumb.
This DLC, but not this one. This one's way better.
It's just weird metric.
fucking
Yeah.
pick whatever fucking Destiny 2 DLC you liked. All right, just pick one.
You have no clue if that's on here, Tab.
Taken King's the best one, so
That's from the first one.
it is from
And
the first one.
people only say Taken King is the best is because it revived the game, quote unquote.
Yeah, it made it good.
Nah, the base game was good.
No, not until Taken King.
No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I did not. I mean, me personally. That's just me personally. I did not like Destiny until the Taken King came around. So
I liked Destiny. I mean, I like.
Its problem was content.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
the
just
kind of game
content
it
light.
was.
Like, you
Yeah.
finished the missions and you were done and there was nothing else to do. For sure.
terrible ending.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have a plot. Who cares? Like,
That wizard came from the moon.
I didn't care about that either. You know?
Anyway,
You don't care about the moon?
No,
The
I'm
game was
sorry, I
fine.
talking about
It was a
the
good
Peter
game.
Dinklage Thing. That was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Connor, you're famously terrible at hit 10s, but let me go and quickly explain the hit 10 rules. I have taken this list, like I said already. This is Gamerant's top 10 games with the best DLC. I take that top 10 list and I break it up and I add point values to each section in the list. 1 on the list being worth 10 points, 10 on the list being worth 1 point, everything inversed in between. These boys will get 5 chances each going back and forth to try to clear out this list and score the most points. And of course, whoever has the most points at the end of the 5 rounds is the winner. Boys, are you ready?
Indeed.
We are.
Connor,
We are.
hit us off.
First, my first guess is hopefully going to be a good one, and I'm going to go with Final Fantasy XIV.
Connor, Final Fantasy 14 is not on the list.
Tough.
This is stupid.
Tough.
Why? A game that
Tough. That was a
consistently
good
got
answer.
better
That was a
with
good
every
answer.
single one. Okay, based off that and the structuring of this list, it's going to be stupid. Is the list stupid? You never said that, Phil. Or did you say it's like a good list?
I don't think this list is stupid.
I'm between a couple for my first answer.
All right.
Connor, you're gonna really regret calling this list stupid.
I'm gonna start with The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Having The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is number 3 on the list.
Okay. Valid.
It's gonna,
Valid.
It's gonna
Very
get
valid.
you 8 points. I believe, I don't remember what the other one was, but the one on the list was Blood and Wine, but there was one other one that they had on there. I just don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Hearts of Stone.
Hearts of Stone. Or is that it? Yeah. So yeah, Hearts of Stone also pretty good, but like, you know, it was in the same map and used like a lot of the same assets of the base game. Blood and Wine was like a new map, new world, huge quest line, new characters. Really nice scene with your romantic partner.
I haven't played it yet.
It's great.
I've heard it's amazing.
And it's huge.
Tavin, are you keeping score?
I am, yeah.
Nice.
Excellent.
Well, my turn. That first one took the wind out of my sails. Well, you know what? We were talking about it before, and it has a good list of them. Destiny 2.
Connor, Destiny 2 is not on the list.
That's fucking trash. That's fucking trash.
These don't even what there has to be
So,
games that
All
don't
right, well,
have as good of
if
DLC.
franchises are on the list as a whole, can I give you the franchise? And if I need to be more specific, can you just ask for a more specific title?
That seems fair.
It's case by case basis. There are some entries on the list that just say like multiple
Okay.
games.
Okay. Well, if I need to be more specific and pick one, I'll pick one. But I'm just gonna say the Mass Effect franchise.
I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific.
Because 3 definitively had better DLCs. But 2, everybody fucking loves that goddamn Shadow Broker. You know? But 3 was better.
Well, Tavin, whatever you choose, just take solace in the fact I'll choose the other one.
I'm going to go Mass Effect. Against my better judgment, I'm going to go Mass Effect 3.
Damn it.
Well, Tavin, Mass Effect 2/3 is on the list.
Well, all right. Well, what the fuck are we doing here, Game Rant? What are we fucking doing here?
At number
What?
6.
Wait a second.
5 points.
That's way too low, first of all.
So it's mixed in with 2 and 3?
Yes. Not just
2 and
Mass
2.
Effect as a whole.
I could not accept the franchise because that extends to 1, which I don't believe had DLC, and
It
then
did.
It did.
the new one, which I don't remember.
Okay, so they just said Mass Effect then.
The
The
new one.
first one had Bring Down the Sky.
Yeah, first one had Bring Down the Sky, and then it had another Pinnacle Station, but that one didn't make it into the Legendary Edition because
Andromeda, that's the new one.
porting reasons. Yeah, Andromeda was the other one, yeah. 5 points, way too fucking low. Way too fucking low.
Well, based off
But
what
hey,
Phil...
you have more points than Connor.
You do. Substantially more. So...
Oh, shit.
Something's fucked up.
I fucked up the thing. Hold on. This button.
There we go.
There we go.
Well...
What are we doing?
you set
2
work now?
slash 3? What are we fucking doing?
What?
Just make a fucking choice. Stop fucking pussyfooting around, Game Rant.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, they should. Have some stones. Well, Phil, you gave me a hint earlier. It could be multiple things, but I'll just go with it. Bloodborne?
Connor, Bloodborne, the Old Hunters DLC, number 2.
Number
2?
2.
Jesus.
Hey.
Hey, I'll take it.
What the
2.
fuck is
Earning
number
you
1?
9 points.
I for sure thought it was 14.
Tavin, we're back to you.
Yeah.
Connor did not fully strike out. He did not get 3 strikes. He only got 2.
Ooh. That's close.
Um,
Very close.
I'm curious because there's.
Made it on base with that one.
I mean, I still have a number of answers, but it's just like, which one? You know.
I certainly hope you have more answers because there's 7 more entries on the list.
There are indeed. I'm gonna go with. Fuck, man. There's some hard picks here. Give me. Excuse me. God, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's...
I'm gonna go. Borderlands 2.
Tavin, Borderlands 2 is not on the list.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
Also, quick little sidebar discussion. I think they were making, in not including Final Fantasy XIV and Destiny, I think they weren't including expansions as opposed to DLCs.
Because sometimes you have to differentiate them based off the word they use, even though it's the same concept.
I mean, yeah, I don't get the difference between.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand like back in the day, expansion meant you had to go to the store and go pick something up, but that's not what that means anymore. So why is there a difference? Just the size?
Yeah.
In that case, why is Blood and Wine not an expansion? You know,
I think they even branded it as an expansion.
it is.
Like,
I'm pretty
CD
sure it
Projekt Red,
is. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Stupid.
It after the 7th generation, like the difference between those two words meant less and less.
Right. So, that being
Gentlemen,
said...
I believe right now the score is, let's see, 8 points. Go ahead, Tavin, what's the score?
13-9.
After three rounds?
Yeah.
13-9. I might be getting in my own head with this one, but it does have genuinely good DLC. 2 of them. I'm going to shoot with Dark Souls 3.
I almost said that.
Dark Souls 3 is not on the list.
Thank God I didn't say that.
Tavin with his 4th guess coming up right here.
See, here's the thing: is like if Final Fantasy 14 and Destiny 2 are not on the list, are they just avoiding MMOs altogether?
I think they are, yeah.
You know, so World of Warcraft wouldn't be there. Destiny 1 wouldn't be there.
What would be another one?
Which is kind of bullshit because undeniably, like, MMOs kind of run the gambit when it comes to bonus content after launch.
That's their whole bread and butter. So they got to be good.
Okay, this would be a weird one, but like the quality of it is very high, so I wouldn't dismiss it. And now I'm just looking for offshoot picks. So I'm gonna say The Last of Us.
Tavin, The Last of Us is on the list at number 7
No.
Okay, if you want.
for the what's that
Left
one?
Behind.
4 points.
Left Behind, yeah,
Left Behind, yeah.
yeah, 4 points for that.
All right, cool. If you want.
Well, I need to get number 1.
Yes,
So what is
Yeah,
number
you do.
you need to get number 1. But what the fuck is it?
Well, since I can give you ideas since I won, but since, wait, no, that was
I
last.
have another one after.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because
You're not gonna get it. Is
if
what
I
you're
don't
saying?
if I don't get it, then I
Oh,
lose.
you're right.
So I can just brainstorm openly. I should have said, instead of Dark Souls 3, Red Dead Redemption, because I know the Undead DLC was really big at the time.
Yeah,
They
but
might-
yeah, I mean it got a whole box thing.
It did.
But number 1?
And it's like, would GTA 5 be considered on this list now?
That
Of the
I mean it
definitions?
never got like a single player DLC. It was just a bunch
Yeah.
of like
Expansions.
it was just a bunch of like multiplayer add-ons and updates. It got a bunch of updates. Are they also distinguishing the difference between a DLC and an update?
I feel like it's not, because at that point you get into like live service game territory.
I
and
mean,
it's just,
GTA 5 was, in my opinion, the first real major games of service game.
yeah. So it would make sense to include it on this list,
Yeah.
but based off how everything else is gone, I would say no. Because I did touch on GTA in my mind, but
Did Destiny not come out before GTA 5?
it came out in 2012, Destiny 1.
No. Destiny 1 was 14 or 15.
Damn, it's always later than I thought. But what is my game that I'm choosing? Dishonored had a lot, but that's not going to be number 1.
GTA 5 was 2013. I had to think about that one.
Breath of the Wild also had a lot. I know people played it, but number 1. it's just
No,
like,
nobody played the fucking DLC for Breath of the Wild.
Damn, what could it be?
Fucking get on a bike.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Tavin's correct. It's September 9th, 2014 was Destiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I,
So I guess-
I also would have said that was like 2012.
Huh? 14?
Guess GTA
Destiny 2
came
was
out with-
17?
Yep, 17.
Yep.
What fucking game has better downloadable
Ah,
content?
that's
than-
what I'm saying. Than the
like,
ones we've named.
Yeah.
I've got one in my head. I've got one. But again, it kind of falls into the like same shit as the other ones that we've named, and like
Yeah, it does.
based
doesn't
off of these like quote unquote rules, like it shouldn't be on the list. But it's the only one I can think of that is any good. I can't believe Borderlands 2 isn't on there. Borderlands 2 had great DLCs.
it? Not great enough, apparently.
Tiny
Let's
Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep.
So good.
just go with, just because it got a box set, Red Dead Redemption.
It did get a box.
Red Redemption. Red Dead Redemption. A Dead Nightmare is at number 9, earning you 2 points.
That's not gonna get it done, sir.
No, it is not.
Tavin,
Yeah, man.
your victory lap.
Yeah, the best one that I can think of. I mean, I can think of a couple of others, but they're all kind of lame. So the best one I can think of is Diablo 3.
Diablo 3 is not on the list.
No, yeah, see, because it falls under that same
Yeah.
like weird. It's not an MMO, but it kind of treats itself like one, like
Sure.
type thing.
It's Call of Duty, isn't it?
No. Let me just say, had I known this and made the connection beforehand, it wasn't listed on the Game Rant as this, but I probably would have said single player DLC.
Yeah, that would have helped. That would have helped.
I didn't make the connection. I would just copy the list, and they didn't say single player on the thing. So, sorry.
You got to read the blurbs, Phil.
I don't. I agree with that, but I don't think the blurbs would have saved this.
I don't know.
No.
All right, what's the rest of this list?
Alrighty. Well,
Number one better smack us in the face.
It better.
I'll smack one of you in the face. Number 10.
If it's Dark
It's-
Souls
it's
2.
a Soulsborne.
If it's Dark Souls 2.
Soulsborne.
Number 10, we have Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
For Phantom
Wow, recent. All right, valid. Number
Yeah.
10, valid.
Number 10.
Appropriate
of course,
place
we know.
to counter recency bias. Appropriate.
Yeah. Number 9, of course, Connor said Red Dead Redemption for Undead Nightmare.
Okay.
Number 8, we have GTA 4.
Ah, Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, Ballad of Gay Tony. All right.
Well, no, it was technically for the San Andreas stories.
Everybody talks about Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that one you just said.
No, sorry, no. It's Liberty City stories, so it included.
Yeah. Like Ballad of Gay Tony was like episode 2 of them or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. I just misunderstood whenever I read it originally. That I was like, oh yeah, it's the one everyone loves, but I'm me dumb. It's not San Andreas. It's
They're talking about Ballad of Gay Tony.
They are.
Yeah. Number 7, Tavin said, The Last of Us, Left Behind, of course. Number 6, we also said Mass Effect 2/3.
Needs to be higher.
Game rant, pussyfooting around.
Pussyfooting around.
Not
Extremely.
making a choice. Number 5, we have the entire Dragon Age franchise.
What?
Yeah.
Beats
Did
me.
Inquisition even get DLC?
Beats me. Above some of the other ones? No.
Not
Not
even
even
Mass
Undead,
Effect?
Not even Undead Nightmare. Undead Nightmare's like a notable crown DLC. That
I
people
didn't
remember.
even know they got DLCs.
Yeah. Maybe that's just us.
It might just be us.
Yeah, literally, it literally says like 4 of the games like all together. Like I think it just says Dragon Age. That's it. Number 4, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Ah, damn.
I can't. Yeah. All right. Oh, I bet Skyrim's 1. Or Fallout 3.
Skyrim does have dawn. It's Skyrim. Oh, no.
Fallout
What?
3. Could be Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I can't believe we didn't think about
Shit, I know what it is.
We totally blanked on all
It's
of
Fallout
Bethesda.
New Vegas.
Number
Yeah,
3,
no.
we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which was said.
Yeah.
Valid.
Number 2, we have Bloodborne, which was said.
Valid.
And as I said, it would smack one of you in the face. Number
New
1,
Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas.
Fuck!
Wow.
I should have known, God damn it!
Wow. I can't believe we hard blanked on Bethesda.
Yeah.
Didn't even
Nothing.
shoot anywhere near them.
Damn it. Yeah, I could have won this.
That's
No.
crazy. That's
Connor
crazy.
certified Fallout New Vegas enjoyer.
Chill.
Because I still would have. Because people talk about Fallout 3 DLCs. I never hear talk about New Vegas DLCs.
Oh,
Gonna
yeah,
have
that's
to
all I
turn
hear
in-
about.
Turn in your certification card there, Connor.
I will. Yeah. That's worthy of it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, like the DLC are talked about so much in New Vegas.
Now, I'm sorry. Mass Effect, if you want to specify 2 or 3, I think any individual Mass Effect 2, like Mass Effect 2 alone or Mass Effect 3 alone, should be placed higher in this list.
Definitely.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Or like either of them.
Yeah, you're adding both of them.
Especially if you're comboing the 2 of them, arguably, they should go above Witcher 3.
That's
Like,
unfair, but yeah.
I love the Shadow Broker DLC from 2, but like you just can't beat the Citadel DLC, bro.
Dude, Citadel DLC is so fucking good. What was the other one
can't
they
beat
did?
But the Empire. What do they call
The
it?
Omega DLC, but that one's just okay.
I had fun with that one.
It's all right.
On subsequent playthroughs,
What was the
it wasn't
first
really
one?
great.
There was a
it
first
was
one.
the one where you got Javik. It was fucking called.
No, that was a. It
Pre-order
wasn't
thing?
even DLC. It was like
was
because remember EA would like
pre-order bonus.
yeah, it was a pre-order bonus, or buying a new copy bonus or some shit like that. I forget
Yeah.
because EA was on some bullshit back in the day, so they would like take main content and slice it off and make you pay for it, which is some
Yeah, it was
some
one of those
bullshit.
things where if you ended up buying a used copy, you
What was
didn't
the
get to play it.
Yeah, what was the first major Mass Effect 3 DLC?
Not good enough, apparently.
Yeah,
Whatever it
I
was.
can't remember what it was.
I'll look it up right now.
Citadel came last. Omega was the
Alrighty.
second one, I
So
think.
we've got
Yeah.
Bring Down the Sky, Pinnacle Station for 1, and
Yeah.
number 2 we have Cerberus Network, which is
Lame.
included with new copies. We have Normandy Crash Site,
Yeah,
Zaid,
Nostalgic, but lame.
Price of Revenge,
that's also new copy.
a bunch of like
Weapon
weapon
packs.
skins and armor
Yeah.
sets.
Mass Effect 2 had more than-
Still in Memory.
Kasumi. Yeah. That was a good one.
Mass Effect Genesis, which is an interactive comic. Ugh. Arrival for 2.
That one's okay.
That's what everyone talks about, from my
That
experience.
one's good. No, everybody talks about Shadowbroker.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
And then number 3, we have the one for a new copy, which is Mass Effect 3 From Ashes for Javik, I believe. We have Leviathan, which is one you were thinking.
Leviathan.
That one's cool. It's
Yep.
cool.
I thought it would have more impact, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think
we
it gives you a lot of backstory and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 we have Leviathan, Omega, and Citadel.
Cool, like murder mystery stuff going on in that. It's nice.
It is.
I like it.
But
Really, it puts you to the test of like, what can we do in Mass Effect without shooting a gun?
they did it pretty well.
And they did it pretty well. I mean, you do end up just shooting a gun, but you know.
You're saying that the murder mystery was Omega, right?
No,
Leviathan.
murder mystery was Leviathan.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you play the DLCs, Phil?
Yes. I don't remember that one being a murder mystery though.
Omega is a
At
straight
first.
up assault on Omega.
Because the
It
beginnings
is
of Leviathan.
all guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
The beginning of Leviathan, remember there's that scientist that died on the Citadel, and you got to go through his stuff, and you find out he was working on the, finding out where Leviathan was.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
then his
God. Yeah,
assistant,
okay. I
his
remember
assistant
now.
gets like
For
indoctrinated and
whatever
shoots
reason,
him.
Whatever reason, I was conflating that with the fucking the Arrival from 2.
Ah, yeah. No, that one just jumps you right. In fact, I thought that one would have more lead up to it, but it just kind of thrusts you into that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Arrival, they do the thing where they trick you and then knock you out and take all your weapons and then, ugh. Yeah, I didn't like that one. Cool ending though.
That fucking great ending. Yeah.
Cool ending. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Dynamic interactions where like if you had done something, if you had done the suicide mission after Arrival, or like depending on when you completed the Arrival DLC, whether before or after the suicide mission, the hologram you're talking to is either the collector guy or it's just straight up Harbinger, the Reaper.
It's cool. It's cute. It's cute.
Pretty cool. All right,
God,
boys.
Mass
Moving
Effect's so
right
good.
along
Can we just play Mass Effect,
to the
Connor?
final minigame for us. Mass Effect's so fucking good.
Make us play Mass Effect, Connor.
You'll get the shoulder. You get the shoulder shrug from me. I don't know. Find out.
I kind of want Connor to make us play Mass Effect.
Make us play Mass Effect, Connor.
I don't know.
That's like
Maybe
a
it
big
was-
part of like all of our gaming catalog that just needs to be included on this this list that we're
Yeah.
compiling.
Love Mass Effect. I mean, it wouldn't even. I don't even know if it would break top 5, but I love Mass Effect.
It would.
What's at number 5 right now?
Shovel? No.
No, it's
Number
either.
5 might be Yakuza.
I think it's still Yakuza.
Yeah, it's not beating Yakuza. Off what I remember,
See, here's the thing: we have Yakuza 0 at 5 and Portal 2 at 6. I like Mass Effect more than Yakuza 0, but I don't like, or I think Portal 2 is a better game though. So that's where the tricky part is for me.
I was thinking this. It'd go over
no.
Shovel Knight.
If we played Mass Effect and I really liked it, not to like get into it, it might end up in top 5.
Hey, maybe it'll happen eventually. Maybe next month. My choice is locked in. You'll know what it is.
Kevin, he's not going to pick Mass Effect.
As a game, I like Mass Effect more than Hades, which is number 4.
Damn, really?
I don't know if like if I'm putting my objective cap on. I don't know if I'm putting Mass Effect above Hades, but
Off what?
as a from my personal taste and
Yeah.
just what I like in games, Mass Effect appeals to me way more.
That's fair.
Not to shit on Hades. I love Hades. You know, Hades is one of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
Mass Effect's really fucking good though.
You've shut up about Hades. You haven't shut up about Mass Effect. So, good way to know. But one thing you might not know,
Yeah, go ahead.
is scores on Metacritic. Because my mini game is Meta Battle, which to those of you who do not know what that is, I pick up 2 games from Metacritic and I compare the scores of them, and then these 2 have to guess which one scored higher. After which, I will unveil it. There will be 5 pairings, so there's also a tiebreaker, locked and loaded. But it's a pretty simple game. Pretty simple rules. So I know it takes a lot of preparation, but whenever you guys are ready, I can begin giving you the first games.
Ready to go.
I'm ready.
There we go. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
2
Promotion.
very well received games.
Uh-huh.
Well, held in high regard. The first two are going to be, I might have done this one before, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic
Okay.
against the original Paper Mario.
Oh, locked in.
Locked
Original
in,
Paper
you said.
Mario, I have not played, but people like that one.
People do like
They
it.
don't like it. They don't like it as much as Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year
That-
Door is easily the best one of all time.
Now, here's the thing. Connor might be doing a little fuckery thing because he knows my affinity for Star Wars. And so he may have just like gone and found some random other RPG and been like, "See? It's not that good." You know? But I mean, I think we're both locked in here. So I'm locking in KOTOR, baby. KOTOR is one of the best games of all time. It's the best Star Wars game ever.
Fuck it. To be different, I'll say Paper Mario.
Fucking top 3 BioWare game.
Phil, I respect you, but you're wrong. It's Tavin.
All right.
Yeah, it is. It fucking better be.
By a very, very thin margin. Like I said, I respect that because this guy, he's a pussy. He would never do that. Whether it's the final point or the first point, he would never.
If you had said Thousand Year Door, I probably would have gone Thousand Year Door.
I actually think I didn't. I thought Thousand Year Door had a lower score, but the scores
Really?
are. Yeah, I mean, remember this is an old game, the Paper Mario, which we kind of have this trend where if you go back to old games, they're ranked a lot higher than some modern games nowadays. But if you compare the two directly, you're going to find more people like
Metal
it.
Gear Solid was what, like a 96,
or
98?
something like that.
Yeah.
It was just like
a little high.
Yeah,
little
way
high.
I
too
always like to bring up to Tavin that Jack 2 is a 92.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
But either way, thin margins with Star Wars winning with a 94,
Uh-huh.
an 8.7 user score, compared to Paper Mario's 93, 8.9 user score. So, you know, if I was doing this list differently, Paper Mario, you'd win. But I'm not.
KOTOR's so good.
Forgive
take your
me,
word for
I'm
it.
actually incorrect. Jack 2 is an 87.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Like
92 is like one of the best games ever made.
I was
at that
like,
point.
even
Jack
if
and Daxter is a 90.
that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Like, because in my head, I was like, even if I liked Jack 2, like I can't understand putting it in the 90s. Like, I don't understand that.
I guess you aren't
Yeah.
a worker at Metacritic.
Okay, great. Get the
Yeah.
next round.
The next two, is BioShock Infinite against Mass Effect 3.
Ooh,
Which
That's
one?
tricky.
Which one? Which?
That's really tricky.
Well, you guys are thinking there is. This is not. This doesn't come from a place of reason. The higher user score is held by BioShock Infinite because the Mass Effect 3 campaign was so badly received
Yeah.
at the start of it,
Because of
the
the
user
ending.
score still affected.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you did to differentiate that.
yeah.
Because I remember, I faintly remember the critical response to Mass Effect 3. The fan response was different.
to say the least.
And BioShock Infinite, to my memory, was one of those games where you either fucking loved it or didn't think it was that great. That's hard. That's really hard.
So Tavin's having his crisis.
Honestly,
Phil,
I would say the games are about close to even in quality.
we say as we haven't. Well, I actually played Infinite not that long ago. I didn't beat it, so I think I like Mass Effect 3 more. But
Forgive me.
I mean, I like Mass Effect 3 more, but I've always said Infinite's my favorite BioShock.
you know what? Nah, they're pretty close in quality.
But they're pretty close.
mainly, I say that mainly because the faults of the game are very similar and heavy for both of them, which is to say, like the writing. Mass Effect more about how.
I love Infinite's ending. I think Infinite has a great ending.
Yeah, I never beat it, so
Doesn't it have multiple?
No.
nope.
No? Okay.
The first one does. The second one does as well. Two endings in both of them, I believe. But yeah, Infinite's streamlined.
I'm gonna shoot and say BioShock.
BioShock 1 has a bad ending. Either way you go,
Yeah.
bad ending.
Well, bad final boss. The actual ending for the good ending, I think, is good.
It's so rushed.
Rust, yeah.
It takes like 45 seconds of wrap up. It's like, all right, I guess we're done. Phil went BioShock Infinite. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna lean the other way and go Mass Effect 3, and I feel like I would have done that without Phil's influence anyway.
And you know what, Tavin? I'm sorry.
Ah, that's tough.
Because that I dunked on you a second ago.
Yeah.
And then you contradicted me.
Yeah.
Which you could have just done because I said it. And this is like to make a point to say, hey, see, I don't pussy out. I do go with my gut and not play the game. But I have to eat my words. I'm sorry. And you were also wrong. It was BioShock Infinite.
That was the what you said didn't even make sense.
Really understanding what
No,
he was,
he
like,
did.
what
He
was
I
doing there.
kind of understood what he meant, but like it didn't make sense.
Well, the sky is up, the ground is down. What are you gonna do? But no, Phil's right. Oh, once again,
Fuck is this guy talking
a
about?
very, very close.
Real quick, sorry, little sidebar. We were doing hypotheticals at work the other day, and I guess like one of the runners didn't like my hypothetical. I don't remember what it was. It had something to do with time travel, and he was like, "You know what, Phil? What if the sky was green and the grass was blue?" And I said, "Well, then he'd be on Namek."
That stumped him, didn't it? He was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
did he even know what Namek was?"
He did not.
Loser.
Namek is from Dragon Ball Z. It's a planet where the Namekians are from, like Piccolo, the green guy.
Got it.
And the grass is
Got
indeed
it.
blue, and the sky is green.
Wow,
It's crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, but going back to the scores, BioShock Infinite getting a 94 to Mass Effect 3's 93. BioShock Infinite was both these are rated way too high.
Both those are way too high.
Yeah,
I was
that's
talking about Mass Effect 3 at like 89.
I was gonna say those are 88s, both of
Yeah.
them.
but as I said before, user scores obviously BioShock Infinite has a higher one with 8.7.
Phil, have you played the BioShocks?
I know the story of one, and I played 2 hours of it.
Okay.
Story of the first one doesn't matter.
6.1 for Mass Effect 3. They brought that down. But next game, you're both tied. So it's going well.
Even with that ending, even with the bad ending, that score's a little hyperbolic, guys. The game's not that bad.
Yeah, too harsh for one aspect
For
of the
20
game.
minutes, like 20 minutes of a 40-hour
6.1.
Fuck.
for the last 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
what? What are we doing?
I mean, there's probably ones getting put on that thing back in the day. But now, we're at this next game. Next two games. But you guys are familiar with these. You played these a lot back in the day. One of them is pretty recent. These games are Sid Meier's Civilization 6 against Command and Conquer Red Alert. Basically, got to throw darts at a board, huh?
Facetious, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready.
Well, let Phil
All right.
think.
I'm also ready.
Civ 6.
I was also going to say Civ 6.
You both are wrong.
Oh, wow. Good for Command and Conquer.
There we go.
Next round.
Civ 6 at an 88, 7.1 user score. Something happened there.
Mulligan round.
Yep, mulligan. It's fun. You got to have those. Command and Conquer Red Alert, a 90 with an 8.7 user score. So, hey, apparently it's pretty good.
Good for Command and Conquer.
Doesn't Red Alert's the one with fucking
Couldn't tell you.
No. It's like what? Oh my god, I'm blanking on him. Yeah, famous actor. He's known for the voice.
Keith David?
No, that's a good one though. The fucking funny. I think he was in Rocky Picture Horror Show. I think he was the main. I never watched that movie.
Oh, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yeah.
Twice.
Yes, I think that's the games that are from. But
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I think that is from Command and Conquer. I think you're right. He's like, the one place that's untouched by capitalism. Space!
Space!
And he can't
Yeah.
get it out without laughing.
Very funny. These next two, you guys are going to be more familiar with. One more than the other. These next two games are Inscription against Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Oh.
Shit.
Indeed.
That's tough. I'm locked in.
You're locked in?
I'm
Yeah.
also locked in.
Damn, okay.
Oh, am I going first?
I guess so. Yeah, go
Sure.
first.
I was going to say Necrodancer.
I also was going to say Necrodancer.
You both are right. Indeed, you are both right.
Because there's a percentage of critics who weren't blown away with Inscription.
Mhm.
So
Fucking love that game.
Well,
Best game
here
of 2021.
was it your number one?
22.
21.
21. Yeah, 22 was okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have it right
Was,
here. 21.
Elden Ring and God of War. 21 was Inscription.
Returnal, baby, is so fucking good.
But the scores are at an 85 for Inscription with an 8.6 user score Against Crypt of the Necrodancers, 87, but 7.7 user score. So definitely people are more a fan of Inscription than the other.
Inscription's a cool game.
I'll
Very
take your
cool
word
game.
for it.
It's worth playing.
But we have possibly the last one, unless there is a tie.
Which
And-
we're currently at, right?
What?
We're currently at 1-1, right?
2-2.
All right, 2-2. Yeah.
Yeah. Next two games, one of them, but you're familiar with both of these. We all are, as a matter of fact. And they are Dead Cells against Shovel Knight. We know where we ranked it, but we're
I
in
know.
Metacritic line.
I know what it should be.
Questions indeed.
That's tough, dude.
No, it's not. This is the second easiest one you've given us.
Okay.
You piece of shit.
I'm just saying,
you
okay.
fucking piece of
I
shit,
don't know what you're
garbage
talking about,
hole.
man. It's a
Are
game.
you pulling from any specific versions?
Yes, the Dead Cells Nintendo Switch version against the PC Shovel Knight version.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
That changes my answer, so I'm not prepared.
Tavin, you go first. We're locked in, so maybe you're the
I
same.
mean, you
as
don't play a fucking platformer on keyboard and mouse. Surely these PC fucking scumbags know this.
You can have to plug a controller in.
Just plug a
Renegades
fucking
that.
controller in and play the
We'll
way
see what
God
those PC scumbags have to say.
play the fucking video game the way God intended you to.
What are you breaking their balls?
With a controller in your hand.
Exactly. Listen, it should be Shovel Knight, and I'm doubling down. I don't give a fuck. It's Shovel Knight.
And Phil?
I'm in agreement with you, Tavin. I was going to say Shovel Knight.
Well, inevitably, this is down to a tiebreaker, and you are both wrong. It is Dead Cells.
How is Dead Cells better than? In what world is Dead Cells?
People would not shut the fuck up about Shovel Knight.
Sure, but people also won't shut up about Marvel movies, and there's definitely a lot of movies people hold in high regard.
Spoilers for the fucking game club, but there's no world. There's no world where Dead Cells is better than Shovel Knight.
No, it's not. But on multiple accounts, we are apparently wrong. Dead Cells sits at an 89 with an 8.3 user score to Shovel Knight's 85 with its 8-point user score. So, that's how it is. That's how it sits.
Like, respectively, I think each should go down and up 3 points.
That's funny. But we're down to the tiebreaker. And it's a user score that you're going to have to guess. Because the critic score is the same. And these two games are the first Gears of War
Okay.
against Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Both of them are sitting at a 94 for critic scores. Gears of War, I know with you.
They gave Gears of War 1 at 94?
Yeah, well, I don't know why. But
Holy shit.
user score is what matters.
Fucking multiplayer pulling all the goddamn weight there.
It is, isn't it?
Back in your hole. Nice.
What were the games?
Gears of War 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
User score. We all agree?
Yeah,
Understand that? Okay.
yeah.
Phil, you go this time.
Modern Warfare 2.
I also was going to go Modern Warfare 2.
Jesus. Well, I'm going to have to find another tiebreaker.
Are we both right?
You're both wrong.
Are we really?
Yes, you are both wrong.
Really?
Gears of
I
War.
could have gone with my heart on that one.
You
Modern
should've.
Warfare 2 is in Call of Duty Hall of Fame.
As a matter of fact, I thought I was giving this to Phil because I thought he was just going to go, fuck it, Gears of War. Different than Tavin. Or I should say Gears of War just because it's
I'm outspoken about how I don't like Call of Duty. I like Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is one of the good ones. That's one of the ones I like.
But the general audiences disagree with the user score for Gears of War at an 8.3 to Modern Warfare 2's 7.7. Way lower than I would have expected it to be.
The fuck happened to Modern Warfare 2?
And with how much people talk about that specific one, I would.
Did people get confused and they're rating the wrong one? Did you grab the right one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Both Xbox 360.
Wow.
The thing is with a
I would
game...
have believed it for the remaster or like the reboot, not the remaster.
The main issue...
You gotta be careful because they also remastered Modern Warfare 2.
They did. I remember the remaster too.
No, I made sure to do the right one. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that since people can go to the user scores and do whatever, basically, people got angry at the multiplayer and were like, "This game fucking sucks. I hate it." And they're just not.
This
good
has to have been like years later. People went back and review bombed or something.
I mean,
that. At the time, people would not shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was huge.
I'm looking for a game right
It's a good game. I like Modern Warfare 2 a lot. We can just call it a tie. But
now. No! It has no. You can't have a tie. You can't. I lost 2 games, and now you guys have to lose one of them. Yes. Let's go with this. Yeah, let's go with
Tavin. Let's tie it up.
No.
Gentlemanly.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
First person shooter
Tavin,
mode.
I'm reaching for you in the corner.
You got to be fucking kidding me. That's so stupid.
Where is it?
Okay.
It's down here.
You know what?
Get
Never mind.
cup out of the way.
I have the final one. I will leave it at a tiebreaker if this goes nowhere.
Good physical bit.
Yeah. The 2 games. All the buttons, all the money, all the dimes. Kirby and the Forgotten Land
Fucking shit. Okay.
Ooh.
against Among Us.
We're still doing users?
No, now it's back to I was incorrect. The meta score is the exact same, both at an 85. So we're going user score.
Oh, Kirby's a little lower than I thought it was going to be.
Right?
Oh, no, that's accurate.
Fucking. All right. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Okay.
I'm going Kirby.
I was going to say Among Us. That's what it means.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Kirby,
Yeah.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Tavin, you win.
Well, fantastic.
Barely.
Great. Awesome.
Crazy, too.
Which
like,
I'll say, Evan, I'll say, it's not real. We shook hands. It's a
Yeah. Yeah. We know what it is. We can stand on this
we don't
platform
have
together.
intended.
You know.
video says different. But 8.9 for Kirby. Among Us, 6.8. I don't know why the hell it's so low.
It's
I guess
funny. It's funny you say the video will say differently because it won't. Because there's a physical bit that me and Tavin did, and we shook hands on video.
But that's not the same as an actual physical handshake, guys. Let's be real about this.
Hey,
It's not the same.
I mean, it's the closest we can do
Are you,
here.
are you wait
Well,
wait?
you can do
Are you
this.
saying? Are you saying that I don't know where I was going.
Outro the show.
Something about. All right, well, let's go and outro the show. Thank you so much for watching this this lovely video. All of our social links are in the description. Feel free to give us a follow if you liked it. Make sure to like this video. Let us know what your favorite Resident Evil game is. What game do you think is underrated in terms of this meta battle score? What surprised you? And what was my thing? Oh, what's your favorite DLC of all time? Let us know. And boys, let's say goodbye.
I don't know what my favorite DLC of all time is.
Neither do I. Oh, yes, I do. Old Hunters.
There you go. All right. Bye.